What's going on, guys? Jada Black here. Shout out to everyone tuning in. I want to talk about Nia Long. Apparently, this relationship is over, and there was really no coming back for Ime Udoka with her, with this whole situation. It's probably a lot worse than people know. He's probably admitted some things to her, and I think that I think that she wants to appear as a strong black woman that's not going to take cheating from a man. So I think she was in a position where she had to, in her mind, she can't take him back. So there was really nothing he was going to be able to do to get her to stay with him, because she has all these people online, right? She got all these people online who are telling her that you don't need to get with him, and you don't need to stay with him. Look at what he has done. She's listening to those people. I'm not saying she shouldn't, but if everything was good up until this point, why would you then leave? I mean, couples deal with cheating a lot more than y'all think. So obviously this guy has been cheating throughout the relationship for this to be like the final straw. Because I can see if it's a situation where he cheated, he messed up, and they worked on the marriage, right? Well, not on the marriage, they're not married to each other. That's probably the problem. They work on this relationship and try to fix things, but it seemed unfixable. And you can just tell that, she wants to appear to her followers that, again, she is a black woman that's not going to take cheating from no man, right? And I think also her moving back to California and getting a new place basically signified that she didn't want to be with him. So let's get into this article from Yahoo. It says, walking away. Nia Long and Ime Udoka have split following his alleged cheating scandal. The best man star, who's 51, and the Boston Celtics head coach, who's 45, are no longer together but remain fully committed to co-parenting their son Kez. A rep for the former couple told People on Tuesday, December 6th. The couple's breakup comes 3 months after news broke in September that Udoka allegedly cheated. Ain't no alleged, he did cheat. Along with fellow NBA staffer. After the allegations came to light, the Celtics suspended him for the 2022-2023 season as the purported affair violated team policies. There are people still making excuses for Ime Udoka. Just silly MFers, right? The Boston Celtics announced today that the team has suspended head coach Ime Udoka for the 2022-2023 season for violation of team policies, the Boston Celtics shared in a September 22nd press release. A decision about his future with the Celtics beyond this season will be made at a later date. The suspension takes effect immediately. Per The Athletic, Udoka had an intimate and consensual relationship with a female member of the Boston Celtics staff, though he didn't admit to the reported infidelity. The former Brooklyn Nets coach apologized to our players, fans, the entire Celtics organization, and my family in response to his suspension. I am sorry for putting the team in this difficult situation. I accept the team's decision. Out of respect for everyone involved, I will have no further comment. The Celtics players were stunned by the decision to suspend their coach. Marcus Smart told reporters on September 26, "It's been a hell for us," the basketball star said at the time, "just caught by surprise. Nobody really knows anything. We've been in the wind like everyone else. So these last couple of days have been confusing." Long, for her part, got candid about her devastation in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, published Thursday, December 1st. I did a video on that. I think the most heartbreaking thing about all of this was seeing my son's face when the Boston Celtics organization decided to make a very private situation public, she told the outlet. She also released a statement of her own in the wake of the allegations against her then fiance. The outpouring of love and support from family, friends, and the community during this difficult time means so much to me, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air alum told Us Weekly on September 23rd. I ask that my privacy be respected as I process the recent events. Above all, I am a mother and will continue to focus on my children. Udoka and Long, who share a 7-year-old son, Kez, while the Big Mama's House star, who shares a 21-year-old son, Masai, with ex Masai Z. Dorsey, began dating in 2010. 5 years later, the Oregon native popped the question, though the two were never in a rush to walk down the aisle. Maybe that was a reason why. I understand the religious aspect of marriage. That is beautiful and fantastical, and it's dreamy, and it's every girl's fantasy to have that moment, but I don't know that I need that, Long revealed on an Essence Yes Girl podcast in 2020, noting love is difficult. Well, it is when you're dealing with somebody that seemingly has no discipline in the workplace. And again, I told y'all there were people making excuses. Listen, I can't hold women accountable and not hold men accountable as well. If you've been in a workplace for less than a year and you're having affairs with different women in the office, one that's married to somebody that also works in an organization, what are you supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with that? I can't sit here and be upset with Nia Long for wanting out of this marriage. Or not this marriage, excuse me, it's not even a marriage. This relationship. This is a guy that won't marry her for the most part, right? She's 51, he's 45. They have a child together. I just think that maybe MA is not as committed as she was to this relationship. That's how it seems. It seems like she was more committed than he was. And I think she realized that this situation happened. In less than a year, this dude was having relations with a woman in the office in a place where he's the head coach. 45. You hear from all these people who claim that, by the time you're in your 40s, you understand adulthood. You understand how to conduct yourself. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And I think that she was probably going to, I honestly think that she may have wanted to work on this, but there was never going to be any marriage. I think she realized that he wasn't going to really marry her. Yes, they're engaged, but there wasn't going to be any marriage. I think she also realized how she was kind of putting her life on the hold a little bit for him. Like, she moved to Boston to be with this guy. She moved to Boston to be with M.A. Udoka. And I think she felt a level of embarrassment that she moved there to be with him, only for him to then have this scandal. And that's why she lashed out at the Boston Celtics about how, they should have told her something, right? Kind of deflecting. I think she did that because she felt embarrassed. But again, M.A. Udoka did this to himself. And there are guys who don't like the fact that I say he was thirsty in the workplace. Yes, he was. How in less than a year you're having affairs with women in the workplace, not outside the workplace, in the workplace? That is a level of thirst when you have a woman at home who moved across the country to be there, an actress, all right? And then you get caught doing it. You get caught doing it. Don't date women in the workplace. I've said this to a lot of these guys, but they don't want to listen because they're thirsty. They don't care about getting fired. Then they get mad when they get called by HR about harassment, about, them having, dealing with women in the workplace and how that's frowned upon. Then they want to claim it's because they're a man. No, it's because you were thirsty and you couldn't leave that woman alone. If you can't have discipline when you deal with women in the workplace, you're going to get yourself fired. And that's exactly what happened with M.A. Udoka. And if you get caught by your wife cheating in the workplace, then you're going to lose her, your girlfriend, you're going to lose her too. It just seemed like people didn't want to hold M.A. Udoka accountable. They were giving him a pat on the back. But let's see how much that pat on the back does him when he ends up paying child support. And then y'all on here complaining about how M.A. Udoka got to pay child support. Well, he shouldn't have been sleeping with the women in his workplace less than a year after he got there. So let me know in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see y'all the next one. Take care.